Well said that business card is a link between me and the person that I should be interested in doing business with. Now, my question is, should I ask for my business back if I give it out and the person that is receiving it is not willing to do business with me from the gesture?
If I see you're not willing to take my card, can I ask for my card back? Is that correct? Yes. Now, that now borders on ethics and etiquette. It is not tit for tat. You can smile and say, it's okay. If they pick it, it's okay. If they don't pick, it's okay. But you don't have to put for every debit, there must be a corresponding credit. You may not come out as a real business person, and you don't have to take it personal. Remember, not everyone will like you. Not everyone wants you. Not everyone wants your services. And remember, you are there to form relationships. And in forming relationships, please accept one thing, rejection. It will always happen. So take it kindly and then just say, if he doesn't want it, it's okay, that's fine. And you can say, kwaheri.
We went to a networking event. You were interested with me. I gave you my card. I follow up with a text. So what happens? You don't reply. Do I go to a... how many touches should you have before you can say you can put it away without focusing on it? And how soon can you do a follow-up after the first initiation?
What should I do if I pick a business card and I looked at it and I see that I'm interested in doing business with this card that I've just picked down? Thank you.
So you mean picking from the ground? Or?
Yeah, from the ground.
Okay. So you were not whatever. Given.
Yes.
You just found it. All right.
If I saw a business card on the ground, what should I do with it? Unless your business is collecting business cards from any part of this world, on the ground or in water, it's not a wallet that you need to contact them. If you found a business card on the floor and it is interesting, you can actually call if it is interesting, but it is interesting in whose favor? Is it in your favor? It doesn't make sense to the other person. However, if you say, I must call, then call, say, hi, hello, Stephen, this is Maragori. I just came across your business card. I'm just realigning my business cards, and I came across your business card. Never ever mention you found it on the floor, because you're actually showing him how careless he or she is. I'm just realigning my business cards, and I came across these interesting business cards. Would you be in a position to tell me exactly what you do? And if you don't have time, can I book an appointment and come and see what you do? Remember, it's about him. Regardless of whether you found his business card in a swimming pool, it's about him. However, don't show him that you actually want to meet him to sell to him. But again, don't tell him you found it in a swimming pool, in a parking lot. You're going to scare him.
Victor, follow up with the text, how many touches, how soon? First, I would, when I'm interacting with somebody and I exchange business cards, I always make sure that we have connected. So the next thing I'll do, within 48 hours, send an email, and I'll use words that we use during our conversation. And I'll say, because during that conversation, I'll establish that, oh, there's something of interest that we know we might be doing together. Can I get in touch for a meeting? Which days work better for you? So I kind of established that during the report time. So within 48 hours, I do a follow-up because it's still fresh on their mind. Then when I do the follow-up, I give options. Because remember, I know where they work and all that. I'll be in the Westlands area on Thursday afternoon or on Saturday morning. Maybe we can catch a cup of coffee. I name the place and the time, and I give 2 different options. Because this one of just saying, can we meet sometime? Can we meet sometime? I find normally doesn't happen. And then how many times do I follow them up? Not more than 3. After 3 times, I leave it. I don't want to be a stalker. All right.
Okay, to Jesus' question, how you can transition from one career to another, from one business to another. Well, we say that we need to keep dreaming. Dreaming is free. And, we all need to pursue our aspirations. And there's no limit, There's nothing cast on stone. So long as you feel you can be able to do it, pursue it, and that way you're going to succeed. And that's how great people have succeeded by transiting from one business to another. To Victor's question about how soon can you establish conduct, well, the sooner the better. But as Fred has mentioned, within 48 hours, that would be key. How many times should you try to keep in touch? Well, I would propose 3 times. 3, even in the Bible, means emphasis, isn't it? Yeah, 3 times would be much better. And if there's no response, then really that would be no point. Yeah.
Yes, to our lawyer who would like to transition, I always come across people saying, right now I'm not in business, I'm employed, but I'm planning my exit. The only question I ask, can you give me the day and the time? That makes you start thinking, oh, by the way, I've been saying next year. Next year keeps on coming. So if you want to transit, if you want to jump, it's either now or a specific date, and when that date comes, just say, this is me, this is it, I'm going to dive, whatever happens, this is my own responsibility. There'll never be the right time. The last time to plant a tree was 25 years ago, the next right time is now.
Wow. Thank you so much, thank you so much. Final questions, burning question.
How do I make a friend in networking? Does saying hi and exchanging business cards making friends? Question 2. Who is my friend in business? Question 3. People of my age always say that I don't have startup capital. What is your take? Thank you so much.
I'm called Victor Azedi, and there is a conventional wisdom that says that why don't you spend money that you don't have to buy things that you don't need to impress people that you don't like? And in that line, I want to ask, because I know that there are those of us, perhaps, who have been forced to do a particular course. And therefore, the question without much ado, how can you go about giving a helping hand to someone whose passion is dynamic?
So the passion, you're passionate about this one thing, tomorrow you're... Yes. Okay, so how do you bring them to focus? Yes. All right. Thank you.
My name is Peter Nyamawi, and my question is, how do you handle the fear of rejection? Like you get to meet this person and you fear calling that person after that, thinking this person is busy or something, or you get someone's business card, like I collect that business card, then call, and this person is asking, where did you get my number? How do you handle that? The other question is, I meet you, we share, and I have a good business plan, maybe, or an idea that we can share. Then you ask me, oh, where is your business card? And unfortunately, at that time, maybe I have not made some business cards, or I don't have a business card. So how is the best way to handle that? Like, how do I express to you, I don't have a business card? The best way in that you will feel that I'm not organized, in such a way that you won't lose, this person won't lose confidence in you. Thank you.
I wanted to ask about volunteering. Like in our club, we really want to be recognized, but we cannot give you something. It's not like a business. You can offer us something, but we cannot give you because it's a voluntary to the community, giving back to the community. So what's your take on that? If you can give me something, yes, but there's nothing much I can give you. You're just giving back to the community. It's like, it's CSR. Yeah. So how do you go about it? How do business people take this particular thing? Yeah.
So I'm basically trying to understand. Are you basically saying, how do I turn my volunteering work into some kind of business where I earn something? Is that the gist of the question?
No, I want to understand how business people take the voluntary thing, because I can approach someone, but most of the people want to get something back, and we cannot give back because we are an organization that we don't gain profits. We need help, we need sponsorships, but we cannot gain profits. So we cannot give back to the business, but we really need their help. So how do you go about it? How do organizations take such cases? Are they open to us, or do they feel like because we are not giving them something, and most businesses want something that is mutual.
So as, let's say, WTV, we have a CSR activity. We're reaching out, but then definitely you as a volunteer, we don't have money to give you. But for you, you would hope at least we would give you sponsorship. Is that it?
Yeah.
So how do we reconcile that kind of
how do
relation?
are organizations open to voluntary services? Do they feel like they are not getting something back? Is it that if I approach like the TV station and tell you, please market this event, how do you feel about it? Because we are not giving something to you. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, how can I help you and there is no money involved? It's really the business of CSR. Is there a business in that CSR volunteerism?
When it comes to CSR, I don't think that when you're doing CSR, you do it with an intention of getting something back. However, it depends on where you're coming from. Why are you doing this? Are you doing this with an expectation of getting something in return? Most organizations will read your genuineness in what you're doing. So when you come in, what is your intention? Are you coming to help because you wanted to help? Or are you coming to help in order to be helped? So, and when I know that you're coming to help for the sake of helping, that's when I start forming a relationship with you, and I can help you also get those contacts that you're looking for, even give you internship or any other opportunity that is available once I know that your intention was genuine. And this also answers the other guy's question who said, how can I make friends in networking? When you meet new people, you cannot be friends. Can you imagine I meet you now and I say, can we be friends? Are you going to say yes? For us to be friends, it is going to be a process. First of all, it's a process that requires trust. And trust takes time. You need to invest your time, and I invest my time in knowing you. And for me to know that you really mean what you're saying, you need to communicate your intention to me. It's only when you communicate your intention that trust starts forming. Without intention, there is no trust. So let me know, why do you want us to be friends? Then once I know the reason why you want us to be friends, then trust starts forming, and then we can form relationships. Now, if you want us to be friends, I also need us to define what kind of friends. Is it business friends, or is it the other way kind of friends? So, and if you are in business to be liked, then it may not work for you. Along the way, like the other person who talked about the fear of rejection, just accept that it is normal to be rejected. Go and look at yourself in the mirror. It's only the mirror that likes you. Out there in the world, you find mirrors and other people not behaving like mirrors. Accept this is normal. But keep on trying. Every time you get a no, celebrate, because there is a yes coming on the way.
Startup capital. If you're going to start a business, part of planning for your business is thinking through how much money will be needed and how you're going to start. Oftentimes we think we have to start where we're seeing ourselves. For example, sometimes back somebody came and said they wanted to start a laundromat having washing machines, at, I think he said USIU, and then, the students can come and wash their clothes. So I said, fantastic idea, but he said he wanted 2 million or something ridiculous. I said, why? So he said, because he wanted to buy, 20 washing machines, I don't know how many dryers, get this kind of building. So I said, not necessarily. You can start with one washing machine and one dryer. You don't even need a dryer. The sun in Africa is a dryer. Okay, so just start with one washing machine. Okay, I had the privilege of living in the US, and apartment blocks had one washing machine and one dryer, and it worked. So why don't you start with one? He didn't want to start with one. And I said, how much is one washing machine? Let's even put on the higher side, 50,000, okay? Find a bed seat at 10,000, put it there. It's easier, and you can scale it up. Because you don't even know if the students will like the washing machine or they will prefer their mama Safi, you know, the ladies who come and wash for them. So don't put in so much focus on startup capital. It's a myth. Start where you're at with what you have. You can do something temporarily before you start the business that you want. I know a lady who washed people's clothes before she started her catering business. But today she does catering, she has chafing dishes and, you know, and the stuff, but she didn't start there. So that's what I'd say on startup capital. And then giving a helping hand to someone whose passion is dynamic. Real passion is not too dynamic, to be honest. So maybe, and it's okay to try different things, you're still young, that's all right. So what helping hand would we give? If you're passionate about something, oftentimes you're not even waiting for a helping hand. You're going out, you're breaking your neck, you're finding a way to do it. So if you're being stopped because it's a helping hand, it might not be a passion. It might just be a hobby or something you want to do. But when it is your passion, you will not eat. You will sell shoes. You will sell your clothes. You will miss something. You will sacrifice to make sure it is done. If you are looking for Passion Profit helping you, absolutely go to the website, find me on Facebook, send me a note. I can see, you know, how I can help you. I enjoy doing that. I have no problem. I think Muraguri covered the fear of rejection. There's one thing, though, that you said that I want to touch on. You're sharing a business plan with somebody, and at the end, the person asks you for a business card, and oops, you don't have one. Okay, so that's a big oops. Because part of business is having a business card. So before you go out, you know, because people will buy your business plan, first they'll buy you, how organized you are. So think through, these people I'm going to meet, how do I want to present myself? You don't want to go there, oh yeah, because it is you they're buying first, okay? And if by bad luck you didn't have it, there's nothing wrong in saying, I haven't printed business cards yet, but I'd like us to exchange phone numbers. Do you mind if I would take your number? There's nothing wrong with saying that. But I highly recommend that if you're planning to go out pitching, you know, have your marketing toolkit ready. Always be ready. So there's no oops matter. CSR, and I think Muraguri answered it. And these guys have a CSR answer. I'll let him answer that.
Maybe I could start with the gentleman who asked how to make a friend. It's good when we come to events like this it's good not to be timid, but to, you know, to come early and to, after we finish, you remain, you remain behind to talk, you know, to move around, be outgoing, introduce yourself, talk to people, try to establish a relationship. Once you get that business card, try to do a thank you note. That way you are creating a relationship and you will indeed make a friend. The other question, who is a friend in business? I would say anyone in need, but with the potential and the ability to buy is a friend in business. Another gentleman, he asked about fear of rejection. I think that must have been Peter, fear of rejection. Again, I would say what you fear may not happen. If you've got a business card, is try to, first of all, introduce yourself, where you met, it's key. And if maybe you collected a business card maybe from a dustbin, don't say that. I got it from such and such a place. You'd rather say, I got a business card from a friend, and proceed from there. That is key, it's important.
So we'll just give you 1 minute each for your final remarks in terms of how we can move forward, action points. And really the big theme regarding business cards is actually networking. So for 1 minute, what is your take home? Give us one thing that we need to do or two things.
we are all surrounded by people, and we can call that a gold mine, and the gold can only be yours if you mine it. Look around, and one of the things is that when we listen with a view of understanding the other person, we get to know them more than when we listen with a view to responding.
Wow. Okay. I hang on to my quote, make friends and not contacts. The good news is you can learn to make friends. If you're shy, you can find out how shy people network. There's lots of information out there about introverts. Just make sure your energy is up. Look for that person that is sitting alone and go and attack them. So key thing is make friends, not contacts. So when you're going out there with a mind to make friends, it's very different from a mind to make contacts. You will be likable automatically. People will like you, you'll make friends, and you will be able to turn your contacts into contracts.
The future, I would say the future of business in this 21st century is in networking. It's in people, and it's important, it's key to really attend events. That's where you meet people. Go where the people are. That way you will be able to grow. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. A round of applause to our guests. Asante sana, Mr. Elizaphan Muraguri, BNI, National Director. Makofi kwake tafadhali. Thank you so much indeed. Frida Owinga of Passion Profit School of Entrepreneurship. Asante sana, makofi kwake. And of course, Mr. George Muteti, Property Advisor, Optiven. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much indeed. Please note, if you have any questions, any comments, we have the Twitter handles there. Just post a message, tag us along, and we'll be glad to respond to some of them. Of course, we've come to the end of this particular session today, talking about how to turn your business cards into money. Remember, Business Redefined will be here every last Wednesday of the month. Please take note of that. 3 to 5 p.m. 3 to 5 p.m. last Wednesday of the month. And it will be an honor to have you once again in March as we make this a movement. And definitely as we move on throughout the year, we hope we will definitely go to other counties as well, because we believe business is the engine for sustainable growth. So thank you so much once again. My name is Johnson Mwakazi, working with WTV, your Biashara channel. God bless you and God bless Kenya. Asanteni sana.